Hey folks, today's tutorial is a song titled Rose Garden. The artist is Joe South. It's written by Joe South. And we found it on the LP here shown in the background. It says the games people play. And it's got a lot of good tunes on it. Joe South wrote many super good tunes. Numerous people had recorded this song, but until Lynn Anderson got it, and she recorded her version, it hit. I believe it was #1 on the Hot Country Singles chart. It went to #3 on the Hot Billboard 100, and #5 on the Easy Listening. One of the early crossover hits. But again, it was written by Joe South. But without Lynn Anderson taking it and kind of putting her charms to it, we might have not be so familiar with it. Now, I'm going to give, I should say, my version will be more towards Joe South, okay? And to do Joe South, we're going to be in standard tuning, no capo. If you want to play along with Lynn Anderson, kind of smooth, use the same, put your capo on your 5th fret and use the same chording that I'll be using and showing you in my version or the original Joe South's version, and you'll be able to play right along with Lynn Anderson. Now, Joe South has a little bit different rhythm. So when you're doing the Lynn Anderson version with your capo up here, you probably want to be more, I beg your pardon. You're just kind of strumming back and forth, okay? So again, two big differences in the songs. But anyway, I'll do my playthrough of, and I'll lean closer to Joe South's version, okay? And I might even put in Lynn Anderson's intro. And then I'll come in with the Joe South's version, just so, and we can go through that. So if you favored more the Lynn Anderson versus the original Joe South, but keep in mind there's many other recordings. Anyway, I'll get along here, do my playthrough. I'll come back and I'll break it down for you. I beg your pardon. I never promised you a rose garden along with sunshine. There's gotta be a little rain sometime. When you take, you gotta give, so let live and let live, so let go. Oh, I beg your pardon. I never promised you a rose garden. I could promise you things like big diamond rings. You don't find roses growing on stalks of clover. You better think it over. When it's a sweet talk and you could make it come true, I wouldn't give the world right now on a silver platter. But what would it matter? So smile for a while and let's be jolly. Love shouldn't be so melancholy. Come along and share the good times while we can. I beg your pardon. I never promised you a rose garden along with the sunshine. There's gotta be a little rain sometime. When you cake, you gotta give, so let live and let live or let go. I beg your pardon. I never promised you a rose garden. I could sing you a tune and promise you the moon, but if that's what it takes to hold you, I'd just as soon let you go. But there's one thing I want you to know. You better look before you leap, the waters run deep. There won't always be someone there to pull you out. You know what I'm talking about. So smile for a while. while and let's be jolly. Love shouldn't be so melancholy. Come along and share the good times while we can. I'll beg your pardon. I never promised you a rose garden along with sunshine. It's gotta be a little rain sometime. When you take, you gotta give, so let live and let live or let go. I beg your pardon. I never promised you a rose garden. I beg your pardon. I never promised you a rose garden. Rose Gardens, folks, Rose Garden. What a beautiful written song. Kind of cool when a guy can write it and make his version of it, and then a girl can come up and do the same, and make a super big monster hit. Again, if you want to play with Lynn Anderson, you can do the same chording that I was doing. Use the same chord. Put your capo on the 5th fret, and then when you're strumming, it's not quite as jerky. It would be, I beg your pardon. Okay, just kind of strumming back and forth. And we can show this to you here. Again, if you had the capo up here, the opening of Lynn Anderson's kind of goes something similar to this. I'm not sure, but because it's a big, heavy orchestra thing, I think it goes G to an A minor, to a C, to a D7, to an A minor, to a D7, and then a fast C to a G. And then Lynn comes in and goes, I beg your pardon. So let's do that fast. Something like that. Now, Joe South's opens up his like... And then he comes in and says, I beg your pardon. And the first chord there that you come in there would be an A minor, okay? Now, if you kind of watch what I'm doing, I don't know if this is in there or not. I get in bad habits. But anyway, I'm picking on my G string all the way through this song. And so if I'm doing little hammer-ons on that G string, okay? So it's an A minor. I beg your pardon. Now I'm playing D, but I'm also picking on that G string. I beg your pardon. Never promised you a rose. That's a G, and I'll come up and get that G string there again, too. Along with the sunshine. A minor, D7, to a G, to a C. Gotta take, you gotta live, to an A minor, to C. I beg you, to a D7. I never promised you a rose garden. G. Okay, hey folks, that's the chorus. And the chorus comes in 3 times. So if you got that, if you get that, you've got the chorus already. Now we'll do a verse. I could promise you the moon like big diamond. Okay, wait. Promise you things like big diamond rings. Won't find roses growing stalks. That's just simply G all the way through. The stalks of A minor. So you bet to a G7. Back to a G. Sweet talking you could make it come true. Wouldn't give you a world right now. Almost to an A minor. But what to a D7? Now we're going to do the bridge, okay? Goes A minor to a D7. To a D minor to a E7. A minor. Good time. To a C minor. To a G7th and stop. And it comes in, I beg your pardon. And that's a chorus. Just do the same chorus as we just got done doing. Folks, if you get this far, you really, besides the lyrics, you got the song. Because then it's a chorus, and then we come back and we do another verse. And that verse is identical in regards to the instrumentation as the chords you're playing. And then after that verse, there's another bridge, and that bridge is identical to the first bridge. Okay? And the outro of the song is simply a chorus. So you're just going, I beg your pardon. to that A minor, to a D7. I never promised you a rose garden along with the sunshine. To a D7, it'll rain sometime. To a C, gotta take you, gotta give, so let live and let go. Whoa, 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 whoa. I beg you, to a D7. I never promised you a rose garden. Now repeat the last line and you're out of the song. I beg you to an A minor, to a D7. I never promised you a rose garden. Hey folks, that's the song. So hey, I hope it helps. Hope it helps. Hope you enjoyed this one. And hope to see you out there playing around a campfire too, maybe a coffee house, and for sure, don't forget about the folks at the care centers.